And now for another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic with your host, novelist, filmmaker, and authentic psychic, Dave Thompson.
Okay, yeah, we are live. There we go. Waving my hands, all that funny stuff. I'm pulling it up on another screen just so that way I can see if anybody's here with me. All right, so okay, yeah. All right, this will be a shorter than usual video. This is essentially a follow-up. All right. I had to turn off the audio on the other screen. Okay, so, in the news today. Last night, a friend of mine private messaged me. She's in Australia. She's in the northeastern quadrant, and the big cities and the bottom are showing huge blooms, huge amounts of coronavirus cases, so much so that they've cordoned off several buildings, been surrounded by, I guess, their equivalent of the National Guard. I'm not sure. And she wanted me to see if my guides had anything to say. I have one main guide who's around all the time. His name is Daniel. He's a unique person to have as a guide. People who work with me, people I do readings for, people I help, they often see him showing up in their lives as well. And so that is one of the disadvantages of working with me is that you'll have Daniel hanging around a lot. Let's see, if whoever is with me, I'm going to tag some people here. See if I can get some friends to come join in with me here. Let's see. Tagging a bunch of people here, so it'll give me a few. A lot of these people may not be members of the group. Okay, yeah. So, all right. Hey, Marina, how are you, young lady? Earlier today, I got your note regarding my sales page. Yeah, I'm finally live. Well, I'm coming via my backup profile, given how things have been with this particular social media system. Hi, Cheryl. I was just getting ready to talk about you. The information you're sending me is extremely scary. I almost see the same thing happening here in the United States as what Australia is going through. I just hope it occurs after the first of the year. I don't want, but I'm seeing, as I have several times before now, I'm seeing it. There's Christmas decorations. And if you guys have some questions, oh, this is really cool. I didn't know the same screen would be showing me. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is my backup profile. On Saturday the 11th, I can start going live via my regular psychic page. Okay, it says 3 people are here. Oh, that one of those 3 people is myself. Let me close that, and so that way I can get a... Okay, I want to make this one a relatively short video. I may re-record this later to upload it to my other groups. Let's see, things happening this week. Of course, it's been the 4th of July here in the United States, or as the UK calls it, the time when the colonies broke away. So I was going to go live over the weekend or record some stuff over the weekend, but the problem is that there was just so much fireworks going on. Fireworks Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with Saturday sounding like we were in a war zone. So since Cheryl, since you're with me, I'm going to look and see what's going on with Australia. Okay, so what I do is I try to see a map of the country in my head. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Okay, so I'm looking at that map. Look at Australia. Okay, so on the western coast of Australia, I see some outbreaks happening there now. Uh, I don't see any outbreaks happening close to Queensland. But then, oh, there looks like there's some stuff in the larger cities getting ready to happen. Here in the United States, uh, we have just now started seeing, actually, it's not really a second wave now, is it? It's actually a continuation of the first wave. The first thing that hit, people are looking around and go, oh, this is nothing. Look at the little wave come in. They didn't know it was, as it ebbed, it's coming back in even stronger. Uh, yeah, yeah, there has been some mutations on the virus that's in Australia. It is cycling faster and faster. And okay, let's look at mutations in the United States. I'm still seeing Henderson, Nevada. I'm seeing Las Vegas. Something's happening in Henderson. It could be a riot, could be an outbreak there. Phoenix. I also see it traveling up into the Dakotas. If you guys have questions, do post them down there. I'm kind of looking away right now. There's going to be an uptick there, yeah, in the northern part of the country. Wherever, I'm not that good with geography sometimes. Wherever Mount Rushmore is, I have a feeling there's going to be some spreads as tracing right back to it, to that thing that happened there. Okay. Mobile, Alabama. Jacksonville, Mississippi. Outbreak. Shreveport. There's going to be outbreaks there. Given the way the country is, the outbreaks are going to continue. Several months ago, I was seeing this thing ebbing in May. That's not really the case. It's just going to continue. Okay, what's that number? I'm looking at by September, we're going to be close to 200,000 dead in the United States because people just aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's not just social distancing. It's staying at home when you can. Hi, Ray. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know why I was picking up Henderson, Nevada. I don't know if it's a minor outbreak there or if it's something else. Sometimes the images come to me. How did I describe it one time? Actually, there's a friend of mine who is a remote viewer. He says that sometimes the images that we get, even in dreams, it's like you're sitting in a dark theater, you're away from the screen, and you're looking at the screen through, say, a telescope, so you're only seeing a little piece of it. And all I'm able to get is Henderson, so this is another thing that is very, very aggravating sometimes, is unable to really pinpoint what's going on. Cheryl, if you're there, if you have anything you want to add, I looked up your address again. So you're not near Sydney, you're further north. And in Australia, the further north you go, the warmer it gets. The reverse here in the United States. I'm thinking maybe that might be the only place left in the world that I would ever go to where I wouldn't get cold feet in the middle of the summer. We've been in the 80s here and my feet are still cold. I don't know what's wrong with me. If you're listening in, stop having birthdays. Don't get any older because shit starts happening. Okay. Uh, all right. Let's see. Tomorrow I've got that class starting, which is Law of Attraction. But I'm planning a class that'll be in about the 21st. I'm thinking it'll be a group class in which we all manifest money for each other. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do post in the group, because I found every time I've done something like that, everybody profits. Uh, and that's after the new moon. The new moon will be on the 20th. I don't know what time on the 20th, but the new moon signals that's when we can start doing stuff like that. Let's see. I'm going to check to see if there's anybody knocking on the door in the group. And while I'm waiting for myself, sometimes it's like a reset. So what I'm doing right now is I'm essentially resetting myself. And two, at the end of the summer, I have a birthday coming up. I would really like if people were not to remind me. I like to tell people it'll be the 22nd anniversary of my 39th birthday. And that's an old joke too. That's an old joke. I know my mom did that joke a lot. I can't do the math on that, but I think she's been 39 now for about 45 years. So that's what we do. All right. Any questions, guys? Just type those questions in. I should see them. Oh, here we go. All right. In the free, yeah, I do have to go to. Sorry, we'll spill over. Yeah. Also, Cheryl, your son had contacted, reached out. He had a sighting of something odd, and I picked up that it wasn't a warning. He was afraid it was a warning. He said it looked like the specter of death, but the minute he opened his eyes, that image went away. So he is still trying to wake up. All right. And when somebody is trying to wake up, these things start to happen. We'll have beings show up and they'll just start pushing you. They'll say, oh, let's see if this scares this guy. Because if it scares him, then, oh boy, we'll scare him some more. There's been a lot of that happening. Cheryl and I were discussing in Messenger the other day about how this virus and the reaction to it is actually feeding some dark entities. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing via a couple of the groups that I own and the group that I'm a messenger, an admin in, is I think we need to pick a day and a time which as many of us as possible should shoot out golden light into the areas where we are. My area is Los Angeles, one of the more denser packed areas of the United States. And guess what? I could probably bloom some golden light through this whole area. But what it is we are experiencing several things. Besides the pandemic, we are experiencing the fear of the pandemic. And the fear of the pandemic is feeding these creatures. We're seeing all the time now with the people being angry. There's been several instances in Los Angeles where people have gone crazy. And that's feeding into this. Try not to feed into this. If at the very most in your area alone, just meditate and push out some golden light. That'll kick these creatures back. But yeah, I would really like to get a group together, maybe 30 or 40 of us, and just shove as much of that energy as we can. If you're into it, there's a grid system around the world. Several major points are grids. There's a grid line running through Los Angeles, which gives this area a lot of creative energy. But a lot of people get burned out on this energy too. So look where you are. Look where you are. See if there's a grid nearby. Because what it is, you send the gold energy into that grid line, to that ley line, as they call it, and it'll help spread. Okay, let's Take round two. Round two here. See what I can pick up. All right, I'm being shown Nevada again. Something to do with radiation. Is there a power plant near Henderson, Nevada? Ray, if you're still with us, let me know if there's any sort of power plants in your area, because I'm picking up something to do with radiation. Or it could be a leak of radiation. How far are you away from those old Nevada test sites that where all the underground nuclear bombs were set off? That's another thing that may be coming up. Okay. Oh, hi! Wow, you're joining us. I forget where you're from, Osami. But yay. Okay, nothing there. All right. Okay. I've got to look into that because I got something about radiation and Henderson. And if I can read my handwriting later, I'm going to look it up. All right. Rita, I hope you are getting better. Last time we were in a messaging system together, you were getting ready to have a procedure. So, okay. What else? Let me look again. I got distracted. Okay. I don't see, well, the pandemic is going to continue. I don't see any lulls in it anymore. There's going to be some areas where they're going to get away without having any outbreaks or shutting down. I don't see them really trying to shut down again. They're going to try to, let's try to keep as many people out of the hospital as possible. It's one of these things where, unfortunately, the government is involved with handling stuff like this instead of the doctors. All right. Okay, none close. All right. Okay. What else? Just shoot me some questions. I'll hope you don't mind, Rita, but I get that your procedure was successful, correct? They straightened out a few things. Okay. So, yeah, I figured out how to work this. I'm using Firefox. I rarely use Firefox anymore, but that's it for this profile. All right. Yeah, I know Cheryl was telling me several areas. Charter, Bishop, yeah. But still, it's good if you have to quarantine. Do it for 14 days. Ooh, all right, sure. All right, Rita. Yeah, okay. All right, wow. Yeah, folks, my mom it's actually both my dad and my mom both have this talent of, and my mom uses it more than my dad. My dad gets it from, he's afraid of his talent because when he was a young child, his mother was a medium, a very good medium. And something happened that scared my dad to death about the age of 5. And he suppressed those talents. My mom, though, she's real good at this. She can pick up on things. She can look at something and just pick it up, but she's not confident. So I'm thinking, in those of you who are not in the Psychic Treehouse, go over there and join in with that if you're into stuff that's psychic. The Psychic Treehouse is that Facebook.com/Psychic Treehouse, because they're switching over how they're doing the group links now. It's the name of the group usually followed. Yeah, it's mutating here. But there are 2 separate strains of that virus. Each country seems to have their own strain of the virus. That's typical evolution. That's typical mutation. where the virus is in an environment and it shifts and changes. I saw back in March that hot weather is not going to bother this virus. It has mutated beyond that point. And now they're saying about how it's becoming aerosol spread much more easily than it was before. And that's the problem with this thing. This thing is extremely contagious. That's the word. You know, folks, I'm a writer, and I often forget what words are for. All right. Anything else I can address? Any issues or questions you want to ask? Cheryl, check in on your son, Mike, because he had that thing. He had something show up, and it tried to scare him by looking like the specter of death. But it was while he was in a relaxed state and his eyes were closed. Let's see. Okay. Well, I've gone to 20 minutes here, guys, and this will be a replay, and then I'm going to download it. I'm going to put it in Psychic Treehouse, and I'm going to upload it into my my Psychic Dave business page. I'll give about another couple of seconds here and see if anybody else has anything they want to add or say. And yeah, I have friends connected all around the world. I don't think I have any friends. I think I have any friends in South America or any places like that. But I got a lot of friends down in Australia now. I would really like to go visiting down there, but we're going to have to wait until after the pandemic changes. I have a friend now in Hawaii. 2 years ago, my niece lived in Hawaii. She loved it. She decided to move back because she missed winter. They live in New Hampshire now, where winter is really, really horrible. Okay, 22 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. This will be on a replay. Do post questions in either on my Facebook page, Dave Psychic, or go ahead and join Psychic Treehouse and share stuff there, ask questions there, as well as in this group, Shades of Magic. And I will answer them. Other people will answer them. And the whole key to this is community. And again, I'm going to set up something, Cheryl, where I think as many of us around the globe, maybe not at the same time, but during a period of time, that we hit the energy grids with some golden light. I don't know where that came from. It just came to me. Probably Daniel told me. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. This will be on a replay and in the other groups. Thanks for joining me, and we'll do this again probably Saturday or Sunday. Watch for the announcements. All right? Bye.